When thousands of people describe the same things over and over, when it comes to the frontier of life and their experience, especially when it's done under hypnosis by doctors and scientists, it comes to a point when we can't ignore it. In this video, we will explore their joint story, we'll have a glimpse of their experience, and explore what happens when we part ways with this world. The Newton Institute has conducted thousands of studies on these experiences using hypnosis regression techniques. So let's see what's the experience people are describing. But throughout this video, keep in mind that these events were relayed by thousands of people, not just a few. In the first moments, people describe floating above their body and being confused and disoriented. They look down and they actually see their body. Well, that confusion is expected as you're not seeing yourself from above every day. Then, the first important thing they realize is that free will still exists in this state. They are still on Earth, and they describe that they could have gone anywhere. This potentially includes their own funeral to see who comes, what they're saying, or even if that friend keeps its promise to do that outrageous thing you've laughed about at one point. The study subjects say that, having free will, they had the feeling that they could stay on Earth as long as they want, but eventually everyone goes through the infamous tunnel of light. The tunnel of light is described like a portal, like a road to another dimension, a transitory passage to the spirit realm. This is where the souls go after their physical body passes away, and it's described like a heavenly place, much better than Earth and the existence that we know. This spirit realm is in fact described as being much more real than Earth. People describe that in the first moments after passing through the tunnel, they are greeted by passed away family members and entities that they describe as being souls they've known for many lifetimes. This first encounter is described as a celebration with these other souls and being the most incredible experience they've ever had. In fact, while they are describing this experience during hypnosis, most of the people are crying, overwhelmed by happiness. They all say that they had a feeling of belonging, the feeling that they are finally home. Now, what comes next becomes really interesting since free will is still in effect, even in this spiritual realm, the higher realm where the souls gather. People participating in the studies with the help of hypnotic regression described recreating their childhood homes, recreating and visiting dear places they've been in their life, like their birth hometown, childhood home, the place where they met their partner on Earth, the places where they've had unforgettable experiences, or the places that remained in their memory as the highlights of their life on Earth. These stories about the afterlife also described that they were reconnecting with souls that they've known for a long time, even across multiple existences. This reconnection is described as a very warm, revealing, and intimate hug, an experience beyond what we know here on Earth. This was put into words by the majority of the people that were participating in the study as the ultimate hug that brings with it experiences that are hard to describe to be understood how they really are. The people say that this hug is like a merging of souls that enables them to see and feel the other soul's lifetimes and experiences. In this connection with the other souls, they could enter their consciousness and describe going into a place that can be compared with a huge library where they can review their last life. This is the place where they said they've reviewed their evolution, the good deeds, the bad deeds, their impact on others, and the lessons learned. The people described that they were able to open these chapters like in a book of life and go to any point in their past life to review any part of it. The experience is told as being very real, like actually seeing and reliving the moments that they've chosen to revisit. What is very interesting is that they could also pick and switch between points of view. They could see it through their own eyes, but also from above or other perspectives. Before going forward, let me take a moment and thank all the subscribers that are trusting us, and also show our appreciation for the members that have joined this channel and are directly supporting our effort in making this content. Now, let's continue. After passing through the tunnel, meeting the other close souls, the intimate connections with them, and the review of their past life, the people that participated in the studies described the next part as being a planning stage. They described planning their next life, their next passing into an existence on Earth, and having the opportunity of choosing it. They said that we're able to choose where they'll be born, choose their parents and their soulmate. People told the conductors of the studies that they were making what they call soul agreements, so that in their next existence on Earth, they will have a life that will enable them to grow and evolve. But this is their review of an estimation, since the future hasn't been written yet, a glimpse into a possible future of the soul that is returning to Earth. Until now, we learned about some amazing things that are told by thousands of people participating in the studies, describing the same experience with incredible story correlations of people that have never met, of varied ages, backgrounds, education, and life experiences. But after this planning phase of the soul, where they choose the soul agreements, the stories became varied, vague, and didn't maintain the same aspect to be able to be trusted as the same story of all the people participating in the studies. This could mean that these were the phases that everyone is experiencing after the expiry of the physical body and the preparation to a new life, and the new life is commencing. This is what thousands of people of different ages, backgrounds, and education say about the afterlife, of what happens after we part ways with this world. These studies were made using regression hypnosis and disregarding the people's participating faith and beliefs, whether they are spiritual inclined, religious, agnostics, or atheists. They've all had very similar relays about the afterlife. Humanity has always been interested and fascinated by the afterlife simply because it remains one of the great unknowns. So, is this a definitive proof of the afterlife? Certainly not. But I think it is better to know the stories and have another insight of the events that scare most people, mainly due to the unknown that comes with it. Whether we believe in heaven and hell, like the Christians and Islamic people do, or in reincarnation like Hindus or Buddhists, or even if you're part of the ones that think there's absolutely nothing, and the afterlife is a figment of our imagination, it's very important to live exactly how we feel is right for each of us. It's important to have a fulfilling life with the least regrets possible and try not to think too much about what comes at the end of our life. If we still do, the best way to think about it is in a positive manner. And I hope the afterlife stories you've just discovered in this video will help you with that and give you the hope to go forward with positivity. If we brought value to your day, please consider giving us a thumbs up, sharing this video to the ones you care about, and maybe even subscribing to Serenity Knowledge for future valuable knowledge we're determined to share.